Hey everyone! Today I'm going to teach you how to make capirotada. Capirotada is a very traditional dessert that we eat on Fridays or, you know, every day of the week. It doesn't matter during this Lent season. And it's really simple, and I'm going to teach you how to make it right now. Okay, so for our capirotada, what we're going to soak these pieces of bread in, it's going to be 3 different types of milk. We have condensed milk, evaporated milk, and just regular milk, okay? And we're going to top it off with shredded coconut, raisins, and cotija cheese. And also, if you want, this is another option, but we're going to top it off with also dark chocolate chips, just because we wanted to add that into it, but you don't have to. And for our syrup, we have piloncillo and
is it piloncillo? Piloncillo, right? And
a cinnamon stick. And we're gonna use about a cup of water. We're gonna bring that to a simmer until it gets nice and syrupy. And did I mention raisins? Yes? Yes, raisins. We're gonna top that off too with that. So I'm gonna mix all the milk and we're going to soak them and lay them out on your pans and top it off. And I'll teach you how in just a bit. It's gonna be just quick and simple. In a bowl.
Wait, is there anything you want to tell them about the bread?
The bread, oh, okay. So I luckily, you know, I was able to find this at our local Valencia store. And it's basically a big old French bread, and they just slice it up and they toast it for you there. And if that's not available for you, you just get a big old roll of French bread, slice it up, and toast it, okay? Some people like to fry it too. But I mean, since we already have all these calories, let's just minus the frying and just go with the toasted ones, okay? All right, so we're gonna mix our milk, our regular milk, evaporated milk, and our condensed milk. And we're just gonna whisk it up. It's kind of like, almost like a French toast, you know? You're gonna soak the big old pieces of bread. And once you feel like that thickness is already mixed in through with the other milk, you're done. You're basically done. Okay, just like that. All right, so I'm gonna clear up my countertop here, and I'm going to start soaking my slices of bread, okay? Okay, so here I'm going to start boiling some water. I have about 2 cups in there, and I just added the canela stick and the piloncillo. And then this is just going to start dissolving. I'm just going to break it down. You're just gonna have to watch it for a while until this is able to break down. Just keep giving it a stir, and you'll see it would all come together here in just a few minutes. Okay. Okay, so the piloncillo is all broken up, and now we're just gonna keep letting it reach to a boil. And just let all those flavors play in there for a little bit. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so now that it came to a boil, we're just going to turn off the heat and set it to the side. Okay. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just soaking each slice of bread and that milk mixture that we prepared. And as I'm doing that, I'm laying them out here on this pan. And I'm gonna keep doing that until I finish with all my bread. So this is our first layer, and we're gonna add the coconut. And we're gonna add the cheese. You might think it's a little weird, you know, the cheese and the coconut, but it really blends in well.
It's a salty and sweet flavor.
Yeah, it's very yummy. And then we're gonna add the chocolate chips. And then that syrup that we made, we're just gonna drizzle it a little bit onto our first layer here. And then we're gonna continue with the next layer on top. Okay, so what I did in the first layer, I did it with the second layer. So there's just 2 layers in this pan. And once again, I'm just drizzling that little syrup that we made earlier. And I'm just gonna put this in the oven now. Everything is cooked in here, so you're just gonna put it at a broil on high. And once you reach the little goldenness on the top, it's ready. It's ready to go, okay? You can eat this hot or cold, however you want. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so I took this out of the oven and I have some of the leftover milk mixture. And I'm just gonna pour it over this bread. Get those edges that are extra toasty. And I'm just gonna pop it in the oven just for a few more minutes. And I have another pan in there too. Remember, I made a whole bunch. I have a pretty big family, so I made a whole bunch, and you don't have to make this full recipe. So I'm gonna stick this back in the oven and let it toast up a little longer, and then I'll show you the final result. Okay, so it came out of the oven and this is what it looks like. See, it has some golden little edges to it, and the coconut and cheese looks a little crispy, but it's not hard or anything, okay? So I'm just gonna grab some. Actually, let's pull out. Oh, just flopped right out of there. Look at that. It's nice and soft, but yeah, it has those little crispy edges. Now you can just serve yourself a tall glass of milk or a hot cup of coffee and enjoy. I hope you like this recipe and you try it out. And once again, I hope you give it a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see each other soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.